Oh, it looks like God is just shining his light directly on my face. My problem is that where I usually sit is currently taken up by a little baby who's sleeping. I don't know what's happening with my hair either. What is going on already? There. That's perfect. You know, one day I'll get this YouTube thing figured out. One day I'll have like a whole setup and a background. Today is not that day. But today is the day where I'm going to be looking at some of my old leftist pictures, videos, things that I was doing when I was a psycho. And there are so many things that I just had to pick a couple. So, I mean, I could make like 80 videos about this stuff. So, first I'm going to put up some pictures of my hair colors and what I used to look like. This one is interesting. I had dyed my hair pink. This was right after I broke up with my boyfriend of 2 years. And it was, I mean, a few months after. But I was starting to grow out my natural color, and then I broke up with him and I decided to dye it more colors again. So this is a couple months after that. The cat ears were actually from my now husband. He had those. And I was obsessed with him. I was like chasing him for so long. He liked me as a friend, but he didn't really like me like that for quite a while. Probably because I was annoying. Although he was also annoying, so I don't know. That's a whole thing. Yeah, this picture was actually taken at my sister's apartment because I lived so far away from work, and I live in Michigan and we have really bad winters. And I remember specifically this was probably one of the worst winters that we've had, and my car broke down. And so I couldn't drive from my parents' house to work because I didn't have a car. And my sister just lived a lot closer to my work. So I lived at my sister's apartment for like a month, maybe, quite a long time. And she had to deal with me getting drunk all the time, getting high all the time. And, you know, my boyfriend at the time, or I guess he was my friend, I don't know, it was rocky, but him coming over, our friends coming over, partying while she was gone. I was not respectful of her space at all. Comes with the territory of being an asshole, you know. I do have a lot of videos from that time, but a lot of them show her and her daughter, and I don't want to put them on the internet because it's already scary enough having myself on the internet with how psychotic leftists are. Definitely don't want them caught in the crosshairs of anything. So I probably won't put any videos up, but I do have plenty of pictures from that time of my life. This video I'm gonna have on mute because there's some identifying information in the background, but just looking at me, I was so wasted in this video. And I know how unbelievably miserable and sad I was. Like, I could feel it. That was a really sad night. And I had friends over, again, at my sister's apartment. I don't even know where she was. I think she might have been gone. And we were drinking, smoking, all that stuff. And this is just, I mean, you can see how sad I am. And I'm going to cut it off because there's some people, but I know it's short, but I just, like, how sad I look. So bad. This is another picture that I took at my sister's house. It's kind of speaks for itself. I was obsessed with drawing anarchy symbols everywhere. I thought I was so cool. But yeah, the pink hair still going strong. Oh, I didn't have a tattoo on my arm. I didn't have that tattoo yet. Here's another short clip of another party we were watching. It's Always Sunny in the background. And I just, like, you can tell how high we all are in this video. These are all going to be kind of short because I don't want to show too many things from people who might not want their faces out there. And I'm going to show some house shows that I used to go to and some pictures of me. And because I am respectful, even though these people were never respectful or kind to me, I'm going to block out their faces and I'm not going to tell you their names because I don't want any of you guys to go after them either. Not that you would, but I'm going to respect their privacy, even though they hate me and slandered me and say horrible things about me. And one of them even stalked me. I told you about that already. But let's look at some house shows I used to go to. Okay, we're gonna watch So that is a band called Pretoria. I still do love them. They actually got not super big, but they went places. I think they're still making music. and I absolutely love them. This show was funny though, because one of my very good friends to this day, he ended up, there's mosh pits. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. I'm not going to describe a mosh pit to you. And my friend went a little bit too hard on a kid who was much smaller than him, but you know, moshing, you're all friendly and everything. And he ended up like cracking the kid's skull open on accident. It was an accident, complete accident. And that's actually what got this venue shut down, because we had the cops come and ambulance and everything because this kid's head was bleeding. He ended up being fine. He was totally okay. But that's just a funny little tidbit about this night. No one can have house shows there anymore because like they're not like licensed places. It's just people have random spaces, their basements, their warehouses, their workshops, whatever it is. And they just allow people to come in and do shows. And so they don't have any type of insurance or anything like that, of course. So we weren't allowed to go there anymore. So that was the last show there, or at least the last show in the basement. They might still be doing stuff upstairs. I don't remember. Remember, I got kicked out of the scene. I can't go there anymore. Anyways, let's look at me here. What's going on? I've got split dye now. So black and pink, which was, I kind of liked that look for a little bit. And the black lipstick. And this was another house show. And that girl was actually part of my exploring bisexuality. Like, I loved that girl so much. And we never ended up like dating or anything, but me and this girl would make out in the crowd. And it was like a thing that happened. Like, it was like a meme almost, like we always did it. Someone commented and said, like, you're brave for doing this. I couldn't imagine, like, looking back at when I was stupid. This is a little painful, not gonna lie. Just how cool I thought I was. My goodness. Okay, so this is funny. So this is the girl that I was talking about. And next to me, there's me in the middle, obviously, with a bright pink hair. This guy is the guy who would end up being my cyberstalker. I'm not, you know, I could share his name, but I'm not going to. But I liked him. Like, I thought he was a really cool person. We were decent friends. We weren't like super close, but he was in a band that I really like, that I still do like. And so I just, you know, we were like friendly with each other, and we took pictures together occasionally. We talked, we were ran in the same circles and stuff. We were never best friends or even close friends, but I liked the guy. I thought he was cool. It's just so weird now and kind of eerie looking back at these pictures, because this guy ended up being like, he harassed me for years. Here's another picture from that same night. Let's take a look at what I'm wearing. I'm wearing just a bra and a completely sheer lace top over it. I used to dress like a hoe. I also have a very sparkly pink skirt on. I actually do like that skirt. I would never wear it now, but I think that skirt is kind of cool. But just the audacity I think I was freshly 18 going out looking like that. And I thought I was so cool. Goodness. Here's me again. This is me in the bathroom it was a bar that was having a show for one of my favorite bands, the band that my stalker's in. So here's me in the mirror. My goodness, the X is on my hands. Because the one thing I never did, I never had a fake ID. I was way too terrified. I had plenty of people offer to make me one or get me one, or they knew a guy who knew a guy or whatever. I was close, but I never actually did it. So one good thing about me is I never had a fake ID, although I still got drugs and alcohol either way. I just never had a fake ID to do it. But I remember this day, I was trying to figure out how I could get alcohol, because I knew that we were going to a bar, and at this point all of my friends are 17, 18, 19, maybe 20. Really not many of them could get alcohol. There might have been some that were kind of outside of our circle that might have been able to, but it's just weird. You don't want to ask people that you don't really know to get you alcohol. I never did that. That's another low I didn't go to. I just didn't get alcohol unless one of my friends could get it for me. There's a picture I have to find. Hold on. So this is me and that girl. And we thought it was so cool. We thought it was just like, well, I don't know how she felt. I really did like her. I actually had feelings for her. She was very spontaneous and cool and outgoing and kind of freaky and weird. So I did like her a lot. But this was the thing that we would do, like after a specific band would play like their last song or whatever, we'd just make out in front of people. Now this was outside of that same bar. This picture became iconic for me because I thought it was just so cool. It showcased the kind of aesthetic that I was always going for, kind of messy and punk and grunge, and, you know, outside of a bar with stickers on it, and, you know, me and my pink hair kissing a girl. I thought it was so cool. And I did genuinely really like this girl. But it was also cool that, like, when we get pictures like this, they also look edgy. And I still do kind of enjoy that style for other people. I'm just not there in my life anymore. I have 2 young children. I have beautiful red hair that I'm just not going to dye anymore. So kind of out of that phase of my life. But these people, all of these people that I'm telling you about and showing you, besides my husband, who appears in some pictures and videos, they are all exactly the same. They're in the exact same area of their life. They're all still in those bands or watching those bands, going to the shows. They're all like the same people. They're posting the same things on their social media. So yeah, it's just so interesting to see how different I am now, and how, I mean, if it works for them, great. But all of them are the exact same people. Drinking, doing drugs, hanging out with the same people, going to shows, in bands, like I said. That's all they're doing. It's kind of sad because I do care about them. But, I mean, if they're happy, I guess. I just know that they're not, because a lot of them shared that with me back then. So, I don't have high hopes that they're just magically, you know, they're in the exact same spot doing the exact same things, but all of a sudden they're okay with it now. Anyways, let's move on. So that was a show, excuse you. So that was a show in Lansing at the bar. Hello?
Hey baby, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you? Yeah, I'm filming a YouTube video.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
That's okay. I'm just looking at old videos and pictures of me.
Cute.
Not cute. I was a degenerate. You know this.
Well, I think it's cute that you're looking, and I think it's cute to see how far you've come.
Yeah.
I think you're cute now.
Well, thank you. I think you're cute now, too.
Yeah, back then I looked like a dog.
No, I thought you were really cute back then, too.
And I've only gone down.
Sorry. Had to talk to my husband. And I shut that window. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. I'm sorry you had to deal with me looking like I was being blessed by God the whole time. Anyways, let's look at just a couple more here. So I'm not even going to play this video quite yet. Let's just look at, first of all, the hair. My hair is so dead and unhealthy, damaged to hell in this picture. I think I had an eyebrow piercing. You can barely see it. I had a nose ring. I used to have a septum. I got it pierced twice because one time it caught on my boyfriend's septum and it ripped through my nose. That's a story I should cover. I should definitely do that story sometime. I will. Anyway, so I got that pierced twice, but here it just wasn't healing right, so I had taken it out. But let's take a look at the background. I had pictures that I made, like collages of bands that I liked, like from magazines, or I printed off pictures or whatever. And I made collages and put them up all over my wall. 1 second. See, boy. Let's play. This is a bottle of wine. You want to watch? Let's hit play here. I would do that a lot. I wanted to get as drunk as possible, as quickly as possible. So this is actually rare of me to drink wine. I think it was probably just all we had in the house at that time. My drink of choice rather, was vodka, because I could get super messed up super quickly. And so whenever I had something like beer or wine, I would chug it because I wanted to feel the effects as quickly as possible. So here, clearly, we just didn't have vodka in the house and either didn't have money or didn't want to go get any at that point. So I just chugged, that was probably half a bottle of wine. I think I had split it with, you can hear her in the background, that was who would later become my girlfriend. That was my best friend at the time. And that's what we would do. We would just hang out, drink excessively, smoke weed, listen to music, talk. Excuse you, sir. So yeah, I don't remember this specific day, probably because I drank so much alcohol. But this was just a time in my life where that's all that I wanted to do on my days off of work, or when I got home from work. That's all that I would want to do. I would always be planning out how I could get alcohol or drugs and who I could invite into my house to, party with me. So, very sad time for sure. This video is another example of that. This is the girl, my best friend. I'm gonna cover her, so her privacy. This was just like bottles of alcohol that she had left over from I don't even know when, and I think we ended up finishing probably 1 or 2 of those bottles. But this is what we did.
Mouth wide open, mouth wide open, mouth wide open, like I was at the dentist.
I was singing a very degenerate song. You probably don't even know it, nor do I want you to know it. But that was literally like every day, if I could, if I didn't have alcohol, or if I didn't have anyone who could buy alcohol, then I might not. But I was drinking excessively, like every day. This night, I think we dyed my hair that night, maybe. I think that was when I dyed it to the blue from the pink and black split dye. I don't remember specifically, again, because of the alcohol. That's going to be a common theme as I go through all of these. I might not know a lot of details because I just drank so much that I don't remember a lot of details. This will be the last one. This is at the same place that I was talking about before, where my friend accidentally basically suplexed a guy into the ground. So this place I think got shut down, but this is the upper part of that place. And this is just a little snippet of what the house shows would look like. Very, very, very quick clip there. This is another band that I really enjoy. But yeah, this is what we would do. We would drink and smoke and be merry and listen to bands that were created by the people in our group. Almost everyone that I knew was in a band, and I loved all of their bands. I still love this band too. I still listen to them occasionally. Here you go, bud. I'm still struggling to find some of my old Leftist posts because they're all mostly on Facebook and some on Snapchat, and I have to go through like thousands of posts to find them. I will find them and I will talk about them in a later video, but I just wanted to cover a couple like clips of what it looked like for me to be an atheist, a leftist, a hedonist, and kind of bring you inside of my mind. All of these pictures, I was just miserable. I looked happy on the outside, but I was not fulfilled in any way. And just seeing those pictures and those videos compared to me now and what I'm doing now and my beautiful children and my husband who loves me is just so, I'm so glad that I'm out of that state. That was not fulfilling. And I really hope that those people that I was around get out of it too, because it's just not fulfilling, and I know it's not. So pray for everyone in this video that I've mentioned, that I've talked about. I'm gonna do one more video, because I think it's really funny. This was a night that I used to go to. I don't know, again, I had so many like boyfriends, but then they weren't boyfriends, but then they were like friends with benefits. But so at this time, I don't know what he was to me. I think he might have just been my friend. But I was at his apartment. He lived right next to a college. He went to that college. And so this apartment was just like, we had parties all the time there. And this night I got very, very drunk. We all got very, very drunk, of course. And I ended up not trying to actually fight someone, but like we were joking around, and like I got up and was like, yeah, come at me, bro. And something happened where like he pushed into me or something, and I fell on a chair, and then I knocked over and broke their TV.
Right, I'm a professor. It's not all right. I fucked that TV up. You see, this is red, blue, and green. That's all the colors of a television.
There's a couple more videos of that night, but look at how badly I broke their TV. That's just a part of the havoc that was wreaked on people's lives because of my actions and because of their actions and because of just how we were at that time. And obviously, like, this is kind of common with college kids in general, so I'm not acting like I'm some anomaly, but just the embarrassing things that happen when you're drinking all the time, when you're doing drugs all the time, when you're a hedonist, when you're just chasing the next high. Like, real physical things happen. But this is still kind of a meme in my life. I still like it because my friend, you can hear him say, there's red, blue, and green. That's all the colors of a TV. We just need to put them in the right order or something like that. I love that memory just because that was a funny line that he said and how nice he was about me breaking his TV. Like I said before, I can go through so many of these. I can keep doing these if you like these videos. I could go a little bit more in depth. I just wanted to kind of give you like some insight into what I looked like, what I acted like, what I sounded like, what I did, what I was thinking during those moments, and how poorly I was mentally. I was really not doing well in the brain. So I'm glad I got out of it, and thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, share the video if you have people who are in this state of mind who can relate, and maybe you can forward them my other videos too. There is always hope. If you look at these pictures of me, you would probably think, wow, that lady is never getting out of that. She is crazy. But look what God can do, and look what he did do. I'm just amazed at how much I've changed because of him. So all glory be to God all the time for bringing me out of that hellhole. But yeah, I don't have a cute baby outro this time because he's actually not, he's just not talking. He's watching his brother. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I will do more videos like this in the future as well when I can find my old leftist posts so we can go over my political mind at the time, because that was scary. All right, see you in the next one, guys.